Okay, so what we're gonna do now that we have two papers with a variety of sizes of circles traced on there is we are going to practice some watercolor techniques and just kind of play around with those watercolor techniques and see what kind of cool things that we can create on our planets. And so let's get into it. Okay, the first one that we're gonna do is wet on dry. So that's just exactly what you would imagine. It's dry paper with a super wet brush. And this is like how you probably paint with watercolors most of the time. Feel free to try blending with this, and you can pick any combination of colors that you wanna do. So it's just wet paint on dry paper. You can use any size of brush as well. I'm gonna make my lines kind of go with the shape of a sphere to make my planet look a little bit more three-dimensional. So that would be more like straight up and down in the middle and then curved on the sides. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is wet drips on wet paper. So I'm gonna take a brush and I am just going to wet the circle only, because where the water is, it will like drip into, but it will not drip outside of that. It will not like continue to blend outside of that. So you wanna do like a decent amount of water, but it has to be controlled inside the circle that you're doing this on. And you'll see what I mean. So I'm gonna use a smaller brush now, and I'm gonna switch to just some different colors. And I'm gonna do wet drips. So I'm just gonna do like dots, drips on wet paper. And because the paper's wet, I'm sure you can see that it's kind of like expanding out from that spot. Maybe I'll make some bigger drips. And now I'm gonna go in with a different color. So once the paper starts to dry, it stops the expansion quite as much. Doesn't like move quite as much, but still looks really cool. Okay, let's do dry brush. So that is exactly what you might think it sounds like. It's a dry brush, and you have to take like, there has to be a tiny bit of water like on the paint. So maybe take a different brush. Let's say that I wanna use purple, for example. I need to have like a little bit of water on the purple to like pick it up. And now I'm gonna take my dry brush, or if your brush seems pretty wet, you can kind of like tap it over on a paper towel to kind of like dry it off a little bit, so that you know that there's paint on there, but there's not a lot of water. And I'm just gonna go on to this one right here, and I'm gonna just do brush strokes that look dry, because they look pretty cool. It's just another technique, just kind of like makes it look scratchy. So I know we talk about that a lot, like you don't want to have it look like that, but maybe right now you do. Too much water on my brush, didn't really look dry. Okay, next one we're gonna do is a gradient. So for a gradient, we're gonna go dark on one side to light on the other. So I'm just gonna pick a color. I think I'm gonna use red. And I'm gonna activate my watercolor. And I am gonna go on this one right here. And I'm gonna make one half of it dark. So I'm gonna really get in there with my paint. And I wanna try to like fade it out. So now I'm not gonna add any new paint. And you can see as I pull the water across, it's naturally, I'm gonna lose paint. Now I'm just gonna stick my brush in some water and bring this across here. And that is like a gradient, also known as a value scale, right? It's like shading. It's like one side is darker, one side is lighter. And maybe I wanna make the dark side even darker. I can go back in with a little bit more paint and kind of blend it out even more. And if you do like a curved brush stroke like that, it will start to make your planets look three-dimensional. Now we're gonna do similar to a gradient, but we're gonna blend two colors together. So you decide what those colors are because it totally does not matter. And let's see, I think I'm gonna do like green and blue. So I'm gonna do green on one side. I'm gonna get a lot of water to be able to do the blending, and then I'm gonna clean my brush, go into the blue on this side, and then I'm gonna blend them in the middle. Now, if you don't feel like they're blending naturally, just dip your brush into a little bit more water. And you wanna be gentle with the paper, because this is not actually watercolor paper, so we don't want to put a hole in the paper. But you can see I did blending of two colors. All right, the next one you're familiar with, it's gonna be salt on wet. And so I'm gonna save my little ones for some more experimentation. So I'm gonna go in with my bigger brush, and I'm just gonna make the circle wet. You could just paint the color on as you do this if you would like. So if you're careful, your watercolor will stay just where you want it, just where that water is. And now I'm gonna take, now that I know my paper is wet, I'm gonna take a little bit of salt. And for this tiny of a planet, oh my gosh, like you do not barely need any salt. So I'll just sprinkle that on there, just this tiniest bit. Next one I'm gonna do is a crayon resist. So I got a white crayon, and crayon is made of wax. And so the wax and the water from the like watercolors, they'll resist one another. So I'm gonna take this crayon and I'm gonna do some like cool designs. Now you can't really see what you're doing because it's, because I'll just use the point, because it's white on white paper. So don't really worry, just kind of like do something that you think looks cool. And if you don't end up liking this one, you don't have to use it for your project. But yeah, you do have to press kind of hard for this process to work. And so now I'm gonna go in with a color. I'm gonna take my watercolors, let's say, you can do a combination of colors, you can do whatever you want. It just has to be like kind of watery so it resists where that crayon is. So you'll see the resist starting to happen here. So you can see all those like white lines, that is where the crayon is. And that's cool, I want it to resist like that, so that's the whole point. I also did like blending of two colors there too. And then you can, you know, do like a combination of different things, which is really fun. Okay, so now what I think I'm gonna do is splattering. And splattering, you wanna try to do it in like a really controlled way. The best brush for that would be these red brushes. So I'm gonna clean the brush. I'm gonna get just a little bit of paint on there. And then I'm gonna, you could always take a paper and cover up the parts that you don't want splattered to protect it. And I'm just taking my thumb and flicking it across the bristles to do lots of splattering right there. And then maybe I'll change colors. Make sure you're gentle with the paintbrush bristles. All right, and then the last technique that we're gonna try is this plastic on wet. So basically you're gonna just paint a circle. with like orange. And maybe we'll also blend in a little bit of green. And I'm gonna take just this piece of like plastic wrap and I'm just gonna press into the surface. Now if it's too wet, it won't really do too much to it, but if it's just a little bit wet, and you can kind of wipe the plastic off a little bit, but if it's just a little bit wet, you can see it's like leaving behind this very interesting texture. And then we'll see what that looks like when it dries. So now what I'm gonna do is just go and finish out my other circles just with like a combination of some different things and see which ones I like best.